Let the church say amen again. Let the church say amen again. He is worthy to be praised. Giving praises to God, who's the head of my life, and the absence of our pastor, Pastor Page, deacons, chairperson, Les Green, Missionary Baptist Church, and all of the deacons, to Reverend Ralph Ford, Minister Cheston, there be many other ministers here. Amen. Happy Father's Day to all the men. Amen. We're grateful to have a chance to stand before you. Reverend Ralph Ford, I don't know who he was talking about. I think he was talking about me. And I need your prayers. I just wish that I would pray as he really is. He's brave and dedicated. We're grateful for all of the brothers who are absent and say that I need your prayers. Before I go in, Father, I do have a word from the Lord to share with you today. In the book of Luke, chapter 15. And verse 11. In the book of Luke, chapter 15, I do have King James Version Bible. Verse 11. You have it where you say amen. Amen. 11th verse, 15th chapter, Luke, and read. And he said, a certain man had two sons. And the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion good that falleth to me, and divided unto them his living. Not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took a journey into a far country that wasted his stuff. Right, yes. You may be seated. Let us pray. Oh, wise and merciful God, we thank you, Lord, for the many blessings that you have bestowed upon us. We thank you, Lord, for those of us who are here now to give ourselves unto thee. We come, Lord, giving ourselves. We pray that you will use us in a mighty way. We need thee every hour. I know that you know our needs, and you say for us to ask, we shall not need you. You realize there are others who, Lord, is not as fortunate as we are, and we have nothing to boast about. We pray for them who's not calling upon your holy name and who have not given themselves, Lord, unto thee. Help us, Lord, to serve in truth and in spirit. Help us to love one another. We need you, Jesus, in our lives. Please help us to ever walk a life that we undertake to do. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. Amen. Just before I go any further, I want to recognize the First Lady of this church. Amen. Grateful for all of you who are here again. I certainly need your prayer. I guess I have not learned how to say no yet. So here I stand. When we think in terms of this passage of scripture, and I want to use for it a subject by saying these words, the lost son. The lost son. And when we think in terms of being lost, I'm sure you agree with me, it is very frightening when we think in terms of being lost.
My Lord.
Have any of you ever been lost? If so, you bless your heart.
Have mercy.
It's a funny feeling, isn't it?
Amen.
You just can't think clear. You can't think sometime for a minute to kind of let your mind help you to understand. Sometimes you're not as lost as you probably think that you are. When we think in terms of lost, this has other meanings, but I just want to share that with you since the word lost is there. We think in terms of those who really don't realize what they are missing when they don't have God in their lives. I don't know about you, but I don't know what I would do without the Lord. There's a few words in the song. In my days, early days, they used to sing. And they said, I don't know what I would do without the Lord. I don't know about you, but I need Him in my life. I really don't know what I would do without the Lord. He's just so good. When late hours at night, if you allow me, let the Spirit lead me. You have no one to talk to. The Lord, He's always there for you. He will never let you down. He'll never leave you. No, not alone. I don't know if you tried it or not, but your friends, so-called friends, if you will, walk away from you. And Jesus will still be there for you. In our old mischievous ways, He's still blessing us. I don't know about you, my unworthiness. I don't know how you feel. Do you feel that you're worthy of the blessing that you're being blessed with right now? Are you going to pray with me today? I'm just so glad that He shares that kind of God. And we think in terms of our children. I don't know, maybe all of your children are saved. Those of us who children are not saved, I'm sure we worry, we think about that they don't realize what they are missing. When you do the best that you can, still look like all of them, they do not understand. They want to go that different ways. I was thinking about this now. We're living at this age. Children now, it's like the Bible teaches us, it's nothing new. We wish it wouldn't happen. Look like children against parent, good children. It's just something that God is not pleasing with. And that's what I have to kind of share with you today, that we still want to pray for our younger people and older alike. Are you going to pray with me today? For I'm just looking at the word lost. And it's so easy for us to get lost. God will never leave us. But we walk away from Him. But aren't you glad in our old mischievous way, He still smiles on us? Isn't God good? I want to go slow here. He watches while we sleep, and didn't have to do it. And early this morning, He touched us with a finger of love. Yes, sir. And we was awakened by His love, and gave us a mind to come out to the house of prayer. Isn't God good? So that's our holders. We just want to share with us some things that you already are familiar with. I'm sure I'm not saying anything new. I'm sure in your life there has been some crisis come in your life. You sometimes wonder. Now, it doesn't mean that once we are saved that we won't have some trials and some tribulations. But like Satan, he gets after you more so after you're saved. If you just allow me to go the way the Spirit leads me, when I think in terms of Satan is always on his job. Wouldn't it be good if we could be faithful, serving God like Satan is always looking, going to and fro, up and down to see whom he can devour? That says to us, I said, you don't have to invite Satan. He just invites himself. I even wonder how he ends up into the Garden of Eden. All the different places you can read, like when Jesus went up, I call it to prepare himself. And he went there, did it for you and I, that we may have a right to the tree of life. Went there preparing himself. Let us know that we too gonna have some trials and tribulations. One thing about it, they say he paid it, brother. He paid it all. Jesus paid it all. It's just left to us now whether or not we go astray. He didn't leave a hard job for us to do if we obey him, because he said, little children, love you one another. And I have also loved you. In God, he ain't nothing but love. And when he get into our hearts, then we have love. Here we have, and I thought about this young man. Let's I could talk on and on. We find that in Luke's writing, in this 15th chapter, as we said, and verse 11, and he said, a certain man had two sons, and the younger one of them said to his father, Father, give me my portion of good that falls to me. And he divided unto them his living. And I wonder in my mind that the young man, did he have any goods? Yet he wanted his part. I think we find that sometime in this day and time. I shouldn't say this, and I'm going to say it anyway. I think you have to be careful now. If you have a little something, you have children, you're scared to tell them, I'm willing this to you. Watch your own then. Are you going to pray with me? Here he is now coming to his father. I haven't read where he did a whole lot to even own something, but he wanted his portion. And now I would think the children want to give the parents something. All children are not like that. There are some children, I heard that we have some kids, you have to be careful. To let them know if you got a little something the Lord bless you with, and then they want it. But here it is, he wanted his portion. And I'll say again, I haven't read where he did a lot of work in order, just let the Lord lead me in order for him to receive something. And the 13th verse reads, not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country. And there wasted his substance. Writers living. Are you going to pray with me? Find that. And when he had spent all, that was what arose a mighty famine. In the land, it began to be in want. Isn't the Lord good? Seemed like when he had a lot of money, Brother Dick, if he just let the Lord use me, he had plenty of friends.
Yes, sir.
Finally, here it is, his goods and all he had. And the friends walked away from him. That sounds right. It seemed that they were just, word we use, using him. He thought really he was having a wonderful time. Notice sometimes the Lord has to do things to us to get our attention.
Yes, sir.
Wonder sometimes what is happening to us. And I'm noticing that God, some of the things that some people do, I hope it's not none of us, God is not pleasing with it. And we'll find that sometimes He does things to get our attention. Very long. Find out that this young man now, he began to be in want. And he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country. And he sent him into the field to feed the swine. And God could. Find out now, he left home. And the father gave him his portion.
Yes, sir.
And now, all of the portion that the father gave him had ran out.
Yes, sir.
As I said earlier, he had lost his friends. And sometimes we find in our lives that we too, when you want to help someone and do help someone, and when you get where you can't help them, they walk away from you.
Yes, sir.
Isn't the Lord good? And they're so quick for others to point a finger then, even sometimes you've helped all that you could. And they'll point a finger and have others who really didn't know what happened, and they're so quick to take side. And we read in the Bible that man loved darkness rather than light.
Yes, sir.
Rather than to find out some time about the person yourself, listening to someone else, you'll get where you dislike them. Are you going to pray with me? So we find that this young man, after all his money ran out, and he thought probably, I would like to use my imagination, that he had left home and his father had plenty. And I imagine when he went to join this citizen country, that he felt that he would get a good job. Are you going to pray with me? So he find out that the Lord got ways and means sometimes of getting our attention. And we noticed and he would faint, having filled his belly with the husk that the swine did eat. No man gave him anything. Isn't God good? Because I said man give to him, didn't give him anything. No one. And the Lord had a way of getting his attention. And I believe I heard along this young man noticed that he felt so hungry. He felt like eating with the hogs. Are you going to pray with me? And he began to think now, back home, my father had plenty. Back home, my father have hired men. Isn't God all right? We find that, are you going to pray with me? And after he got so hungry, I would like to think that he looked up and thought about really the goodness of the Lord. Isn't God good? And the old preacher he said, I believe I will go back home and acknowledge that I done wrong. In God, I see in my mind, when you recognize that you need to go back, and apologize to his Father. And when we do Jesus wrong, we all, And the Bible says he went back in and fell down. But the son says, I don't feel well. I know I am rated yet to be one of your sons. And just have that one of your high servant. You don't hear me. I hope that the Lord will bless us all. And we just be a servant in the Lord. That you come to serve today. Is he worthy to be praised? What happened? God is a forgiving God. Is God all right? You're praised today, for he is worthy to be praised. I tried him. I know he is all right. Won't he walk with you? Won't he talk with you? Pray with the church. And the Father again said to the Son, yeah, told the servant, yeah, put a ring on his finger, yeah, put on the best clothes. I know I am right, and we have one calf. We've been fattened, killed at his calf. I know I am right, and they began, yeah, to go through the process. Young man just wanted to be a servant, but his father was glad to see his son. I know I am raised, and your children return out of the world. I'm glad to see them and give that life to the Christ. You don't hear me. I don't know about you. I'm just going to keep on telling you about the goodness of the Lord. I'm going to keep on telling you, Lord, is eternal life. When sin is death, yes it is. I see in my mind that all these times for celebrating times after you and his calf, after everything the time was released, they begin with joy, dancing, rejoicing in the Son. Once was lost and came home. I'll read the prayer with me. I'm so glad I can stand to be a witness. Don't you want to be a witness for the Lord? Have you tried? You don't hear me. Is he all right? Down with. Is he all right? Yeah. Rise up early in the morning. Is he all right? Talk with. I know I am right. The son who stayed there, he was displeased. He heard all the music and the dancing. And he wanted to know what was going on. They began to tell him. He became jealous. I know I am right. I say, I've been here all of the time. You don't hear me. They began to tell him that this is my way of saying this is your son. Your brother, he came back home in God. You were lost. Now he's found. Yeah, I'm going to keep on telling. I'm just going to keep on preaching the goodness of the Lord. I'm going to everywhere I go tell them that goodness of the Lord really is. Just keep on blessing me. Lord, just keep on blessing me. That he's blessing you right now. And you feel the blessing of his Holy Spirit. I know he's all right. I try to blame him. I know he's all right. Yeah, he's all right. You're trying for yourself. You keep on keeping me. I'm letting me. There you go, my feet. I see in my mind. This can't be. This can't be. The sun coming back. That we have someone walk away from Jesus. I'm gonna pray with me, and then they lead the way back. The Bible says that heaven rejoices over one soul. I know I am right. You want to try? You haven't tried. God is a good God. God is a good God. Yeah, he can do got off in a little town, and he was singing, yeah, night those who couldn't see, they came seeing Jesus, all right, yes he is, stayed around, yes he did, I know I am right, finally, after he got done healing, I know I'm right, after he got done preaching, it's gone all right, told him, I'll be with you for a little while, and a little while I'll be with you, yes he did, yeah, tried by his enemies, yes he was, the rabbi, they tried him, yes he did, they speared him in the side, they ripped him in the feet, on the ground, on his head, yes he did, didn't have a tongue, he died, somebody said, from the 6th hour until the 9th hour, I know I'm right about it, trying to quit, Bobby said.